everyone, welcome back to the Book Vandal Shop. I am outside today coffee dyeing paper. I like to take advantage of the sunshine as much as I can when I am dyeing my paper. I don't like to have to turn the oven on or leave things laying around all over my tables and countertops inside. So I am outside. I've got a cookie sheet filled up with some coffee left over from this morning. I've put a little bit of vanilla in it just so it smells nice, but honestly, the coffee smell in paper does not last that long. So I know I hear a lot of people say, ugh, I can't stand the smell of coffee, or I don't like the smell of coffee dyed paper, so I won't use it, or I won't buy a journal that's had coffee dyed paper in it. Honestly, it doesn't take very long at all before that paper has totally lost its scent. So don't let that turn you off, but if it does, use tea. Okay, so I'm just getting it nice and wet, both sides. And then the trick is the vinyl or plastic doily or placemat. I'm just putting that down on there and smoothing it down flat. And then I'm going to let the sun do the rest of the work and dry that paper for us and leave that pretty design on there. I don't like to put vinyl doilies, of course, in the oven. I have, and at a very low temperature. I've not melted them or anything, but I do have a habit of getting distracted, walking away from something, forgetting I have something in the oven. So yes, I have burnt paper. Yes, I have melted things in the oven. So when I do paper in the house, I tend to not put it in the oven. You still get the nice effect. You still get the crinkly sound. The only thing that doing it in the oven does is really just makes it dry faster. Otherwise, cover your tables up with some plastic and let it sit out until it's dry. But I like to do things out here outside. And then I can make a mess everywhere, and I'm not worried about getting it on the carpet or staining my countertops. So I have this island out here that my husband built for our grill. That's our grill back there. And so we could, host parties. We never do, but that's why we built it. And so I have this nice big flat surface. It's actually 2 great big slabs of marble, and it works great for drying papers on, because when the sun shines on this, it soaks up the heat, and my papers dry super fast. So I do love that. But most of you don't have a great big marble surface in your backyard. So just, throw out a tablecloth and do it on your patio table, your picnic table, whatever. If you don't have one of those, maybe you've got a folding table in the house you can cover, and bring your folding table outside and just throw your papers out here to dry in the sun. Take advantage of that sun's heat. If you don't have a table you can bring outside, you can even just put your wet papers on a cookie sheet, and then just set your cookie sheet off in the grass or on the sidewalk out in the sun, and they will dry relatively quickly out there like that as well. So how do you know your papers are done drying? Because they're all laying in the grass. That's how I know mine are done. I'll peek out the kitchen window and everything seems to be laying in the grass. And it never fails. It's not a windy day when I start, but for some reason, I don't know. Seems like every time I lay paper out here, it's like it ends up in the grass after it's dry, even when we don't have wind. So I don't know where that comes from, but it's all good. So anyway, let me see if these are dry. I put these out here probably not even 10 minutes ago. So let's pull this doily up and see what we have. Okay, so you can see this one over here is not very dry yet, but the design is already there. This piece of paper is still soaking wet, but the design has already appeared. This one is relatively dry. It looks like because it's getting the bigger part of the sunshine. But just look at that effect. And all it is coffee on paper, and cover it with a plastic doily. It's really that simple. It really is. Okay, that's it. That's all I want to do. Pop on, say hi. let your coffee dye paper with me for a few. Okay, try it yourself. See what you come up with. Talk to you very, very soon, guys. Bye-bye.